Welcome to the Storytime Adventures for Adults video series. Today we will be reading the conclusion of Part 1, pages 83 to 87 from Songs from the Depths by Meg Swanson. John's chapter. I woke up, in the dark, alone. Panic set in immediately. Why am I out here alone? I looked around for a backpack, a cell phone, anything. I came into the woods with nothing? A twig snapped behind me. Hello? Come on, a distant voice called. Who's there? We have to go right now. The voice sounded both very close and far away at the same time, almost like an echo. There was something pulling my arm. I struggled back against it. No, I can't see you. I can't see anything. I need to stay put until morning. John, we have to go. We need to run. She's coming back. John? Who's John? Damn it, that's you. No, my name is... Oh my God. Why can't I remember my name? What's happening to me? Something grabbed my shirt and yanked me forward. I need you to open your eyes. It's me. The voice was coming from everywhere. My eyes are open. I pulled myself free of whatever had a hold of me and spun around. In front of me was a beautiful woman. Thank God, a person. Please help me. The woman tilted her head and tangled hair fell across her face. So, in the moonlight, I could see a thin smile spread across her teeth. She's left me another one. Another what? I took a step back. The woman's voice did not sound as if it were the one I had been hearing. You'll see. I heard a scream from below me as I was yanked into the air. The velvet darkness, an interlude. Nova ran blindly through the night. Their only thought was to get back to their friends. The moon was finally climbing into the sky so they could see the trail in front of them. Nova stopped to orient themselves, hands braced on their knees. Nova breathed in deeply through their nose and out their mouth. Nova looked back down the trail in the direction that Aggie had pointed Ryan. Ryan was an experienced enough camper and hiker that Nova knew without a doubt that he absolutely had hung the ribbons that Aggie gave him. But Nova was also just as sure that Aggie had pulled the ribbons down as she made her way toward them, leaving John alone. John. Their breaths shuddered. Nova straightened and made their way down the trail, hoping that if they stayed the course, eventually they would find their friends. It was too dark to see the path clearly, so Nova slid their phone from their pocket and turned on the flashlight. They shone a beam of light on the ground at their feet and continued to make their way slowly down the minuscule trail. After what felt like an eternity to Nova, they stopped again and waved the flashlight around in a tight circle. As Nova came back around, something caught the edge of the light. Focusing their phone on the object, Nova smiled tightly. Gotcha, they said, walking to the edge of the trees. Nova bent at the waist, picked up the dust-colored feather, slid it into their pocket, and then a few feet away, saw another feather stuck in the bushes. Grimly, they followed the accidental trail. Nova quietly slid into their friend's camp as the sun started to wash away the darkness of the night. As they took stock of their makeshift campsite, Nova saw Aggie. Their eyes narrowed. What are you? Nova thought. Aggie looked up in Nova's general direction. So you're back. Good. Nova remained silent. Aggie shrugged. It's fine. I don't need to be able to see you. Knowing you're here is enough. Nova moved to kneel behind Ryan. He shifted closer to them, and Nova laid one hand on his shoulder. He settled back into the stillness of sleep. Nova looked down at their first real friend, and for the first time since they were 14, Nova cried. Aggie sat down, her back propped up against her pack. It's a shame it took you so long to catch up to your friends. You missed a great story of mine. She shrugged as she closed her eyes against the rising sun. I guess you'll hear about it soon enough. This was the conclusion of Part 1, pages 82 to 87 from Songs from the Depths by Meg Swanson. We will start Part 2 on September 9th. If you can't wait until then to hear how the story goes, feel free to purchase the book at www.megswanson.me. If you'd like to contribute to these series, please feel free to become a patron on Patreon. Details for joining are on my website, www.reneeannhughes.com. And also please subscribe to this YouTube channel so you won't miss any new videos. Goodbye, and thanks for listening.